what Joel emphasized, and he said that the really takeaway that you've got to nail, and this goes back to business model, is that if you own a problem, you own the market. If you own a problem, you own the market. And so be that thing. What is the one thing that problem that you are known for, right? It's what he said, right? And that's what Miller says in StoryBrand. He's like, you're going to be known for something. What are you known for? And when you're known for solving a particular problem, then you can own the problem. Then you can own the market. But when you try to be known for everything and known for solving all problems, then you don't own any markets. And it was just a great freaking reminder. It's like, listen, and where we're going, the direction and the things that are moving. And this is what I want to tee up with you guys. So I had Eric Post from Whoosy did a session for us at KT last week. And Jay, I don't know if you've had a chance to read, because when we had Kindle on, I didn't have a Clayton Mask moment where he told us for a year and a half to read The Advantage. So when I was in Seattle with Glenn and Kendall at the rally, Kendall told me, because I picked up on Glenn real fast and where his head is with AI, and Kendall is too. So all of leadership is the same way. And she goes, dude, you got to read this book. I said, tell me which book. And she said, the AI driven leader. And I'm like, holy fuck. It changed. Like, if y'all have not read this book, and I know you guys have, but I'm telling everybody else out there, if y'all have not read the AI driven leader, you better read it. And so I
just started it.
Dude, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Audio. Yeah.
And so Eric made a point. He goes, listen, and I thought I knew the answer. And he goes, what is the number one customer complaint right now from buyers and sellers, investors, builders? What is the number one complaint? What have we always said? We always said it's communication. Communication is the number one complaint. He goes, yeah, maybe a year or two ago. He said, but you know the number one customer complaint is they believe they know more than their agent. Buyers and sellers believe they know more than their agent. And this is the thing that we were talking about, Al. I'm not worried about, like, from an agent perspective, we hear the gurus in the real estate AI space saying, oh, if you don't have AI, right, you're not going to get, but the agent that doesn't. What I'm worried about is, where do we have to go? Who do we have to become to where we're out ahead of the AI driven consumer? So as real estate agents, who do we have to become in there? So my question to the two of you, if that's true, if the number one customer complaint is that buyers and sellers believe they know more than their real estate agent, let's just thought exercise. That is true. Then go back to our foundation of being an expert advisor. Who do you have to become to be more knowledgeable than the AI driven consumer?
Yeah. I mean, the only pushback I'd have on that, John, is, going back to when I was taking listings, and probably Jay, maybe you, I don't know, but they always thought that they knew more than us, even then. And that's part of why we use CHSA, is because part of the philosophy or thought behind it is one of our goals, in order for them to not just sign with us, but then listen to us, is to establish authority. Meaning we have to establish the fact that they know that we know more than them, and that they don't believe that.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the goals. And I remember, like, I would know right off the bat, walk into a house and you got this guy who's the alpha, and he's just he's got to be the alpha. He's got to, make sure that he knows more than you. Like, he's got to make sure of it. And those are the ones, man, I was just like, fuck, man, I don't want to even take this one. Can I just move on? And it changed my demeanor in the moment. And then I had to step out of it. Like, all right, listen, this is just a test. This is God testing me right now. Let's go. Let me take this fool on. But it's different now. You're right, because AI didn't exist then.
Right.
And now they have these tools at their hands. So we have to get better. If you're not going to get better, they can literally go into ChatGPT, type in, a prompt, and get the whole report that we would be bringing to their doorstep, and they could get that on ChatGPT. So you're right. There's a new level.
Yeah, dude. Let me. This is why it is super interesting, dude. We should have an AI segment for every one of these episodes moving forward, because we're just advancing so fast. Like I literally, while we're on this call, I did this and did not know this was going to even be something to bring up on the call. But what we're doing with lead generation right now is when we take if we're going to run an ad for a property, I'm going to take the address of that property, the price point of that property, the amenities of that property. I'm going to upload it into ChatGPT, and I'm going to say, tell me the most likely buyer persona. And now ChatGPT is going to know who's moving here, why they're moving here, what are their biggest hopes, fears, desires, concerns, objections they may have. So I can create super relevant content for that most likely person that's going to click on this ad. This is everything that we're talking about. Is if you can just speak to that one person, they're 44 years old, they're married, dual income, their biggest number one concern is out-of-pocket expenses. Their number two concern is they have kids that are 6 and 7 that are going into an elementary school, and one of them has this or that. Like when you get that specific to who is the most likely, now there's going to be people that click on that aren't that exact profile, but the ones that are, and you put content in a follow-up sequence that's super relevant to like, it's like when they see it, they're like, oh my God, this guy, it's just like when we did the Teams presentation and people would call us and be like, I felt like you were in my living room listening to my conversation with my wife. When you can create content that specific, you can build trust instantly with someone where they're like, oh my gosh, this is the person I need to talk to. It's proof that you're knowledgeable about their biggest challenges and problems and things that they're trying to consider. And so like I run this through O3 Pro right now in ChatGPT, and it does think for a while on this one, but it'll spit it out here in a minute. But it's incredible what you can do with AI to become more relevant. And this again goes to not being for everybody. It's like, who's that most likely person that's going to be the one that clicks on this ad, and how am I communicating my expertise to them about what things that are going on inside their head and their challenges. Yeah. And so it's fascinating, bro. I would show you. And at the end, if we have a little extra time, I want to tell y'all what this is, because I'm about to blow y'all's fucking minds on what happened. I still can't believe it. And dude, it's crazy. Has nothing to do with real estate, but AI just
before we go there, you said something that has always been the holy grail when it comes to marketing, right? And you nailed it. And I just want to put it into, where my brain processes third, fourth grade level, right? and it's like, listen, what Jay's saying is that when you can market one-to-one, personally relevant situation marketing, you have not been able to do it at scale until right now. Right now, you can go one-to-one marketing at scale. That's the holy grail. So like, listen, if y'all are not using AI to help you market one-to-one personally relevant, then you're utilizing it wrong, because otherwise you're just creating noise. And if you want to break through the noise, you got to be personally relevant, speaking to them and their situation, using the frameworks and everything else that we know to be true, the principles, everything out there. When you can dial that in, now you can go at scale one-to-one that you've never been able to do before.
Never been able to do. It's bananas. It's absolutely bananas.